So I'm chair of the Shawlands Langside branch, and basically I chair branch meetings, work with the secretary to come up with the agenda, and yeah, just basically work to ensure that all meetings are democratic, safe space for everybody, and just kind of respect the values of Live and Rent. We'll have a little catch up, usually a highlight, maybe even a low light of the week, just to break the ice, make sure everybody's comfortable. And then basically for the next 30 minutes or so, we'll focus on the main point of the meeting. So that's usually, if we're planning an action, that would be the main kind of focus. We tend to break off into smaller groups, covers more ground and is more accessible for people to get involved with as well. And then the final 20 minutes of the meeting are usually updates from around the branch, so that's updates on member defence cases, important dates coming up, whether that's actions, protests, things like that, and updates from citywide and national forums.
Member defence is what we call individual work. We help individual members with particular issues they are having with their landlord or housing association.
I'd put myself forward for a member defence training session, which is in the Live and Rent offices in Glasgow, and when we were there, it's a full day's training, and they cover lots of things from the planning to the thinking about the outcomes you're looking for, what sort of pressure points you can put on the landlord or whoever the target is.
And it was just running through a case and running through from kind of start to finish the process, what might happen, how you plan for different contingencies.
When a member defence case is raised, it goes to the member defence coordinator, and they'll kind of get a team together. They'll get a member defence team, and then they'll kind of reach out to the member, they'll go check out what the issue is, and then they'll kind of start an action plan of how they're going to tackle that issue, how they're going to go see the landlord, what the plan is.
Community organising is kind of the main bulk of the work that is happening in our neighbourhood branches. It means anything from setting up a stall at the nearest square or going door knocking.
If you don't reach out to the local community, you don't know what the issues are, you don't know what the problems are, you can't build a membership, you can't build any power.
Hi there, it's Matt here from Live and Rent Govan Hill. We're the local tenants union. Just knocking doors in the area to see if people are having issues with their tenancy, so like deposit or repairs or local community issues. How have things been for you?
Some of the issues that people were speaking about were the waste crisis that's currently going on in Govan Hill and across the city. Rubbish in the streets, rubbish in the back courts, largely due to lack of investment. People were complaining about bins overflowing, having the vermin that gets generated by that, and all that sort of thing. It's a pretty common issue in the area, and we've been campaigning on that issue for a long time. One of the other things that got mentioned on the door was landlord was attempting to evict them, and from what I understood from the conversation, that the way they were evicting them was completely illegal. Hopefully we can build a relationship with that person and make that a member defence case, and hopefully prevent them from getting evicted. People want to be heard, people want to be listened to, and people want to find their own solutions to problems, and people do that. And hopefully through what we do, we can bring those people together who have found the same solutions and build something that can make those changes that the people want.
We'll have stalls and we'll talk to people within the area who might be tenants. We'll ask them, do they think the rent's too high? Do they have issues with landlord risk of accommodation?
We typically set up the table, we all sort of gather around that, and then it would be a case of someone will say, oh, here's a person walking, just go up to them. It's obviously, they might think we're Mormons or something like that, so it's a delicate approach, just being like, hi, and then as soon as they realise we're not selling something, I think they're quite receptive, just having a wee conversation.
I think most people are really happy to speak to us. I think people are a lot of the time thankful that someone is actually bothering about it. We take people's individual concerns and try and collectivise them.